My Gavanamelin. So in this video, I want to talk all about light language. It's actually going to have two parts. So this first part is all about what is light language. I think a lot of you have seen that I have used some light language. It's not quite the elvish language of Tolkien, but it is something that comes from my elven soul and outwards. So it's not completely elvish language in any sense. But some words may sound very similar to some of the elvish language of Tolkien because that's what resonates within my heart and that's what comes out naturally. Light language is something that people are starting to really tap into. It is the language of the primordial man. When babies are first born, they speak a gibberish where it's their needs, their wants, their desires coming forward. Everything is very truthful coming from the center of their throat chakra and communicating what they really truly need. And to adults, it's known as gibberish. It's not really language that we know, but to the baby, it is communicating sounds that in its own mind communicates its needs. So light language is very similar in the sense that adults right now in today's world are tapping into this amazing type of language in which that it's very unique and it's an individual soul sound in the sense that everybody has a very different and unique light language. No light language ever sounds the same. And it really is about you tapping into the essence of your soul. We learn that by science, everything is created by vibrations and sound waves. Therefore, the way that we communicate using light language is very effective in the sense that light language has the power to heal. It has the power to bring forth true communication and divine light outside of yourself. And that is why it received the name light language. Now, I talked about in one of my other videos about the history of light language, that if you go into the past of Atlantis and Lemuria, you may find that these ancient civilizations, even civilizations that we have heard about on this earth and through old ancient tribes and civilizations that are not really well known today, they used a form of light language. We would not be able to identify it as a language today, but to them, they were able to communicate from the heart their truest desires and emotions. So light language is not going to be something that you can define in words. It is more understood by feeling and by intuition, by understanding what is the intent of the message behind it. So when I do my light language, I am trying to put forth a feeling, evoking a certain message to my listeners. It does not have a particular vocabulary, like instruction based upon every single sound. It really is just about what comes out of me naturally. So a lot of people are doing this today and they are tapping into light language more and more. And this really comes at any type of sound that you can think of. You can do rolling with your R's, you can do rolling of your tongue, your lips, you could do clicks. There's a lot of different ways that the voice can be used as an instrument to communicate your divine truth. So a lot of light workers, and I do call them light workers because they are people that are dedicated to really raising the vibration of this planet, are tapping into light language. And light language is something that we cannot identify as a language here on Earth today, but it is something that is coming from the heart. And maybe deep down inside, we are all connecting to a very similar universal language. It's very hard to know indeed. And some people are even tapping into light language that are coming from other planets. And so this is also a phenomena that is going on. People are more open and able to receive information that are not from Earth. So could my light language be from another planet or, another species? Who knows? I know that it comes from my soul, my heart, to bring forth a particular message that I want to get across to the public. And I believe that that is how most people who do light language do operate. They are trying to put forth a particular message and to help bring forth a particular intent towards the others in the world. So, light language is very unique, and you can start tapping into light language in many different ways. One day, you can just kind of experiment with the own sounds that come from you. I would say that one of the ways that you can do it is by being very quiet and still within yourself and allowing yourself to breathe deep and to bring forward all of your emotions, all of your feelings, all of your desires, all of your inner truths outward into sound and into noise. And you can do it in many different ways. There's so many different ways that you can create noise through your vocal cords. And that's basically what it is. And you can also start to write it down. Some people are feeling more comfortable with writing light language symbols and light language in a sense that they're able to bring forward the feelings that are inside of them and then put it onto paper of what is the message that they would like to get across to people. So people are tapping into light language, and this is the language that has been used in the past in ancient civilizations, and it's a little bit of a lost art that is coming back into the world today because humans have been so connected to technology and they've been typing with their fingers, and a lot of their true feelings and their true emotions have been kind of hindered in a sense that they're not able to have a voice and to speak, that instead they have to type angrily or they have to type excitedly or they have to type lovingly onto the keyboard in order to convey a message. So light language is actually trying to get us back to the natural state of the primordial man, the man that was said that Adam was in the state of before he fell from Eden. In a sense, that's what the primordial man is. It is the divine soul of humanity that is once again coming together and is communicating the needs to understand one another and to connect to one another. And this is what light language is. So it's a very unique situation because everybody will have a very unique light language. No light language ever sounds the same from another, and it is very individual based on the individual soul that you have and the individual vibrations and the frequencies that you carry inside. But they are all connecting on one type of idea, is that it is in order to communicate the true divine light and nature inside that is trying to come forward, because there's a lot of darkness, there's a lot of ignorance, there's a lot of forgetfulness in the world today. So this is our chance now for humanity to bring forward a new energy, one that's more authentic to our true desires and our true wants, to feel loved, to be connected to one another, to show friendship, to bring unity and harmony rather than discord and all of the problems that we see in the world. This is why light language is coming about. It is part of the new shift in the earth and in people. It is part of our evolutionary path. And there's no doubt in my mind that the advanced alien species that we hear about do talk in a light language. It is coming from the heart. It is the truth. It is not lies that are hidden behind words. It is not hiding your true desires. It is coming forward and bringing forth a true dialogue that is actually really connected in love and in light, so that real communication can start, a real discussion, a real dialogue that will create change in the world can start. This is truly what light language is for, and this is why humans are tapping into light language, and this is why I use light language inside of my videos. So stay tuned for the second part, in which I will show you proof that Tolkien actually created Elvish language as a light language for humans. Stay tuned. Hanenlay for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.